If I remember correctly, yeah, this game was rated really well when it came out. It's just, you know, it's a PS1 RPG, so it got buried underneath Final Fantasy and Legend of Dragoon and all the other really popular ones. It just never really got the recognition it deserved. Because not only is this game actually well written and very impressive for the time, but it's also super unique. Yeah, and it's also a smaller who developed this, by the way? Was it just... I guess it was just Sony. I guess it was just Sony. Sony Computer Entertainment America. I don't see any other... Procyon. Did Procyon do... Did Procyon make the original version and then, like, Sony ported it over, or vice versa? Why don't they have Procyon's emblem, like, anywhere on the... That's pretty weird. Sony must have taken all the rights and were like, you don't get anything. Because it's not even on the back of the box. It's not even on the back of the case. It shows up when you start the game. That's all you get. Sony takes all the rights. They probably thought, like, I feel like all of the material, like the case and the manual and stuff, it was all a marketing thing. It was like, we don't want to put Procyon on it because no one knows who that is. We don't want to make it a single disc because then people are going to think it's like this small game. So we're going to make it a double disc case, even though it's only one disc. We're going to smack Sony's logo on it and just be like, this is Sony's new big RPG, and not even mention the actual developer. It's interesting. I mean, it must have worked. I bought it. Von Fist. I just got my own fist. I just found my hand in a chest. How does this happen? Imagine you open up a chest, you just see your fist in there. Like, oh, that's where that's been. I don't even know. Was that just for the fist? Do I have to go all the way back down? I think I do. I think this is all just an optional area. Bum, bum. Look at that fist. God, slow work. I want to believe, because, like, obviously the weapon isn't actually called Von Fist, because whoever made it couldn't have known Von existed. So I want to believe that he opened up the chest and there was, like, a glove in there, and he was just like, this is now called the Von Fist. This is my name for it. I mean, it's our party. We can name things whatever we want. It's not like when you open up a chest and there's, like, a weapon in there, there's, like, a little card that says, like, this is what it's called. So obviously, when you're playing an RPG, that it's just the characters naming the stuff. Wow. Ran away, more like slowly slithered away. Like, if you go to a store, then yeah. Like, when you go to the Great Glacier, when you go to the Ice Village in Final Fantasy VII, and they sell you the organics. Obviously, it was the weapon shop guy that named it the organics. But when you find stuff in chests, like, how do you know what the name of it is? I think Cloud just makes it up. He's like, yeah, this is the enchanted sword. Screw you. That's what it's called. I've decided. Oops, I didn't have enough AP for that. What's up to Gritty? It's sort of blind. I played this game a long time ago, and I was involved in the speedrun community for a bit, and it's one of my favorite games, but it's also been a very long time since I've played it. And since we're doing this for a YouTube series, I'm going to be playing it as if I were blind. But yeah, I have played it and beat it before. This is, you know, one of my favorite games. He just edged his bets with the ultimate weapon. He was like, you know what, this is the best one. The party's like, you don't know that. I know that. It's the best one. Don't tell me what I know. It glows, it has to be the best. Well, I don't know, did blacksmiths make the weapons that you find? I mean, first of all, we have to talk about, like, where these weapons even come from. Like, how'd they get in a chest randomly on a mountain? Like, since it's in a chest, I'm guessing someone had to have, like, created it and then put it in the chest. So, yeah, maybe they, like, engraved the name. But, like, the gloves, I don't think anyone engraved the name of the gloves. I think they're just gloves. So, it's not like when you open up the chest, there's, like, a little card that says, hey, whoever finds this is called the Super Glove. Which is why I think it's extra funny that it's called the Von Fist, because that makes me believe that he just named it that. This is my fist now. I own this. Oh, I'm sure it'll be a while, Trance. We do 4 hours every Friday until it's complete. So it'll be a while. And I'll be taking my time with this because it's one of my favorites. And I want to give it its limelight that it deserves, so. I mean, I certainly won't be discussing anything you don't already know, but there are a few things I'd like to talk about, because the speedrun history of this game is pretty awesome. This is a great scene here. Hold on, before we fight, I want to see if I can find... I think it was Bomberman Hero. What's the name of the game? Oh, you know what? Maybe not. I don't think it was. I mean, there's this dude, but it's not really that similar. I remember there being a boss in an old N64 game that I used to play that looked exactly like this dude, but I can't think of it. The only thing I can come up with is this Egyptian-themed boss from Bomberman 64. It was actually called Bomberman Hero, but it's not really similar. Anyways. Alright, our first boss, boys. Hype in the chat. Terra, concentrating. Why are you concentrating? Meta! It's Meta! Meta is here! Meta, I'm glad you found yourself a nice child, too. Vaughn? His name is Vaughn? Vaughn, please, help this child. Help Noah. Vaughn, let's go! Yeah, I'll just throw myself in the danger for this random girl. Noah, let me help you. We get a taste of the boss theme. Wow, he blocked every hit. Also, ow. Yeah, the bosses in this game do not screw around. So that's one great thing about this game. It's hard, you know. Noah's already almost dead. That's cool. This boss came to play. I was hoping you would attack Noah. You did not. Look at that damage. Holy cow. Boom. The smart thing to do here would be to spirit so Vaughn doesn't die, and then heal him with Noah. I'm gonna take a risk and try to heal without spiriting. That was sick. Oh no. Okay, thank goodness. So I don't remember exactly, but I believe items are at least faster. I don't know if they have like super priority, but they are faster. So if I use an item on Noah, there's a good chance I'll get it off. But see, it wasn't first, so it's not automatic priority. Yeah, she dead. Vaughn's too slow. Maybe they don't have any priority at all, honestly. Oh yeah, and you can waste items too. She's dead, so I wasted it. This might be the Vaughn show, because I don't think healing her is going to be an option. This might be the dead show, to be honest. I don't know if it's going to be the Vaughn show or the go back to the save point show. I have 2 health. Yeah, clutch block. This is going to be, let's hope Gimmerd can kill. Because he's level 2 and he hurts. Block it! Come on, Gimmerd level 2, I believe. I shouldn't have believed. think we're making it out. Oh, buddy. Oh my god, 3 health! I am so lucky. This is the luckiest fight. I'm probably still gonna lose, but this is the luckiest fight. Alright, I got one chance here. I can survive this with the spirit. And I'm just gonna have to give it all I got. Yep, the more you use them, the more they level up, and the stronger they get. Stay down! Oh god. Well, this is a good run, boys. Oh wow, I got first turn, alright. Might be okay. Yep. Maybe one more shot. Ow. I think we just go all out. Because I don't have time to heal. I don't remember if I heal if my thing goes away too. Let's just go for it. Oh, baby. YOLO swag. Clutch. Where's my... I gotta grab my hat and flip it around. Big clutch. Yeah, like I said, this game does not screw around. That boss did like 50% of our health with every attack and had an attack that dealt both of our health by 50%. And keep in mind that Vera, I only fought a few of them. And it was not guaranteed that I got Vera, so this fight could have been without Vera, could have been without Gimmerd. All that stuff was extra that I got out of chance, so there's a chance you get into this fight with level 5 and no magic yet. So the game really, it does not screw around. Noah, you have done well. Now please, take me to the Genesis tree. Vaughn, let's help them. Yeah, you could definitely be a higher level here, but keep in mind, I did run around the world map for a bit when I was trying to figure out where to go, so like, it's not like I speed ran to here. I'm definitely not super underleveled. Alright, Vaughn, let's give our strength to the Genesis tree. Let's do it, touch that tree. Vaughn gently touched the trunk of the Genesis tree. Vaughn feels a gentle warmth in the palm of his hand. Awaken, Genesis tree! Recall the instant that the heavens and earth were born! The tree has turbo power. You're playing a JRPG, you're always underleveled. I guess I don't really look at it that way because Final Fantasy VII was the first JRPG I ever played. And Final Fantasy VII has very good balance. I say good because, like, it depends on your opinion, but as a kid, like, Final Fantasy VII is not hard to beat if you just run through everything. You don't really have to do much grinding in Final Fantasy VII. So the balancing is very, I guess, fair, you know. But a lot of JRPGs are not that way. A lot of JRPGs expect you to grind. And this is definitely one of them. It expects you to grind, but gives you the opportunity to beat it without grinding if you're good enough. But I think it definitely expects some grinding out of you, especially for the Seru, because, you know, you have to fight them at least several times before you get the absorb usually, so. And I think a lot of JRPGs are like that. I think Legend of Dragoon was kind of like that too. But Final Fantasy VII is a bit on the easier side. You really don't have to grind much in 7 to get through. A lot of people get stuck on Demon Wall, but other than that, like, there's a couple different spots. Bottom Swell, Demon Wall, Carry Armor are like the 3 big pinpoints where people get stuck, but again, those fights are definitely doable without grinding, even as a kid, if you know it, if you just kind of pay attention and use the right stuff. But just in general, the curve is much lower. You know what I mean? Like, the curve is much lower. You do not need to take your time and grind a lot, even though it's a JRPG, whereas most JRPGs, I would say, are on the higher tier of needing to grind. Which, I didn't want to talk too much about the Final Fantasy VII Remake until we're actually playing it later today. But the one thing I will say is that the Final Fantasy VII Remake has a very, very low curve, just like the original, where it gives you, there's almost no grinding necessary in 7. So it was kind of cool to see that they kind of kept that idea and kept it at a low curve, which, I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you guys like lower curved games or higher curved games? Do you like a game that you can just run through without grinding, and if you do grind, then you're pretty strong and don't really have any issues? Or do you like a game with high curve where it expects you to grind or else you're going to get smashed? Or do you prefer a more balance? Honestly, like I said, Final Fantasy VII is the first RPG I ever played, and so I'm used to these lower balanced games where, like, you can get through the game fine without grinding, and it feels balanced if you don't grind. But I kind of prefer the higher curved games like this, because if you go into a battle without grinding, you really need to use all your wits in order to defeat it, and you can always go back and grind if you get stuck. You have that option. Whereas with Final Fantasy VII, if you get stuck, you grind, and then you're super OP, So I like kind of the higher balance. So you have to be careful, though, because if it's too high, then you're forced to grind, and no one wants to ever be forced to grind. They want to, like, feel like grinding gives them power, but feel like they could have done it without grinding. So looks like my stream dropped for a second. It's back though. So yeah, I think a happy medium is good. But I think I prefer the higher curves, to be honest. Just personally. But see, here's the thing. In minor Final Fantasy VII Remake spoiler, you can mute me for a second if you want. It's very, very minor spoiler. But at the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake, they give you ×2 XP and ×3 AP, so that you don't need to grind for post-game. And that's such an interesting mechanic. I like that idea, because and when it happened, a lot of the chat was like, wow, they just give you everything. That's kind of lame. But I like the fact that once you've beaten the game, you don't really want to do meaningless grinding. You just want to move on to post-game. So it's cool that they give you like this boost to be like, okay, you don't need to grind. You can just do your thing. And because if they had set the level limit to 99 and given you no XP boost, then it would have just been a bunch of meaningless grinding, and then all the enemies would have been balanced to you being level 99 anyways. So why not balance the enemies to level 50 and then just kind of expedite the journey to level 50, and then you can just move on with post-game and have fun. Instead of having to grind just to fight enemies that are balanced to your grinding, why not just cut all that meaningless stuff out and just let you start post-game? So I like that idea, and so, I don't know. As much as I love to say, like, JRPGs are built for grinding, and I love grinding, and grinding is so much fun, it's kind of nice when games expedite it a bit, so you don't have to just meaninglessly grind forever. And that would be a negative towards these high balance games where sometimes you just get bored with the grinding and you never finish the game. A lot of people in the chat, when I started the game, said that they played this game but didn't beat it, and part of that might be because of the high balance. High balance sounds good at first, But if you get bored with the grinding and end up putting down the game, it's hard to pick it back up. So that's definitely a big negative towards these high balanced games, is that if you're not super into the grinding, or even if you do like grinding, sometimes it just takes too long. Like, I love grinding, but at the same time, if I'm playing this game and I'm really interested in the story, and then suddenly I have to stop and grind for 2 hours, and in the meantime, you know, another game comes out, and I'm like, oh, I want to play this other game, and then you just kind of put down the game and just forget to pick it back up. And I feel like that happens a lot with games, especially nowadays, where, like, even, for example, it's silly that I'm saying this, but the new Need for Speed game, I had to grind in the new Need for Speed game because the way it works is, like, you have to do night races to get your rep up so you can buy better cars so you can do the next story mission, right? And I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I got lost. Like, I didn't feel like I was progressing because I was grinding, so I put the game down, and then another game came out, and I started playing that, and then I just forgot about Need for Speed for like a month because I had to put it down, you know? So, high balance games are good, but at the same time, sometimes it can be hard to pick them back up. So, it just depends. You need a good balance, I guess. This power is just what I needed. Alright, Noah, let's go. Noah, listen well. You and I are now one. You now possess magnificent powers. You and Vaughn must go on a journey to search out the Genesis trees. The journey may be difficult, but remember that I will always be with you. See you, Zulaf. And how's it going, Cerebron? Good to see you. With the power of the Genesis tree, Meta's level increased to 2. No, Noah, you mustn't follow her. The wolf is a proud animal. She's going to find a place where she can die alone. So, Vaughn. So the wolf's dead. Anyway, so Vaughn, how's it going? Vaughn, will you take me with you? Good, so I won't be alone. I'll be with you, Vaughn. That was such a goofy little jingle. Vaughn, let's return to Drake Castle. I'm sure the people freed from the mist are waiting for you. I don't remember off the top of my head what level 2 does. I think it just makes your magic stronger. Gives you more MP. I got 70 MP now. And I can give Noah the knife, which is nice. Can't give her the Vaughn fist, because that's for Vaughn. It's his fist. Oh yeah, and it looks different too. Yeah. So we're like dead. That needs to not be a thing anymore. We need to heal, but I don't want to use my items. Yo, Binary, thank you so much for the 6 months. Embrace your dreams and protect your honor as soldier. Oh, goodness. Uh-oh. Well, maybe I should just throw a healing bloom, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble. I got that dagger now. Oh, and she has her Seru now, so you can see it on her hand. And I can now capture Seru with Noah now, but we don't have one in this fight. I should have had Noah throw it. She's faster. Luckily, we got it off, though. Next we'll get Healing Branch, and then Healing Tree. Healing Forest. We throw a whole forest up in the air and it heals us full. Healing garden. Oh, look at how close Vaughn is to getting 4. With just a little bit more, we can get 4 in. Standard. Oh yeah! God, look at that damage. See you later. Sometimes the animations can look funny when you do like up, 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 up. They just go ha, 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 ha. Kind of a random question, but are you a fan of Castlevania? Are you... Let's try that again. Kind of a random question, but are you much of a Castlevania fan? If so, what's your favorite? So I'm a big Castlevania fan, but in a weird, not Castlevania fan way. Most people grew up with like the OG Castlevanias, and then they played like Symphony of the Night, and they were like, "This is the greatest thing ever." I grew up with the PS2 Castlevanias, so Lament of Innocence is my favorite Castlevania game, which most people will cringe at that and be like, how in the world is Lament of Innocence your favorite Castlevania game? But it is. I love that game, and it's a good game. I honestly think it is, even though it doesn't even throw a candle near Symphony of the Night or the old Castlevanias. I do think it's a good game. So I grew up with like Lament of Innocence, and then I got Dawn of Sorrow on DS, and that game was incredible. I think most people agree that game's incredible. So I grew up with Lament of Innocence and Dawn of Sorrow, and that was like my Castlevania experience, which is a pretty good experience. But then, a while later, I got my hands on Symphony of the Night, and I was like, holy cow, this is the good stuff, because I was a Metroid fan as well. And then way later, I played the OG Castlevanias, which I'm a fan of, like Mega Man and old NES games. I played a lot of old NES games, and you know me, I'm like platformer guy. So I love the old Castlevanias, but I don't have nostalgia for them like everyone else does because I didn't play them when I was a kid. But I still love them, and I still think the OG Castlevanias are some of the best NES games. We did a little bit of a marathon last year for Halloween during Hollow Month. Hollow Month is like our biggest event every year, and we did a little bit of a Castlevania marathon, and I played all the original Castlevanias as well as like the Genesis one and Super Nintendo ones and a bunch of the old ones. And I fell in love with a lot of them, especially the Genesis one. The Genesis one was really good. And I played Lament of Innocence again. Yeah, Rondo of Blood. Super Castlevania 4 is amazing. Super Castlevania 4 and Rondo of Blood were both amazing. And I still really love the classics, and Lament of Innocence is still my favorite. And Symphony of the Night, I respect as probably the best Castlevania game, or very close to the best, maybe tied with 4. But me personally, I usually just, like, I can't finish it. Like, every time I play it, I get to the Upside Down Castle, and I'm just like, man, this is just so long. I don't know. Something about it, I just get overwhelmed by how much there is. But I do love it, and I do think it's like the best Castlevania game. I think 4 is better if you enjoy the retro Castlevanias, and Symphony of the Night is better if you enjoy the more modern. But either way, they're both fantastic games. But yeah, Lament of Innocence is my favorite because I grew up with it, and it's a great game. Underrated classic. What's up, Pixel Cat? Yeah, this is one of my favorite games, but we're playing it as if it were my first time playing it because we're doing a YouTube series. But yeah, this is one of my favorite games. You just had to divide. No, Tornado Flame never gets old. None of the combos do. Especially Vaughn's dialogue, I never get tired of. It's so great every time. Yo, subs, thank you for the raid. Good to see you, man. I have not played Thousand Arms. Sounds cool, though. Vaughn, voices. I hear a whole lot of voices from inside. Is it safe? Will we be okay? Ha ha ha, don't worry. Alright, I won't worry since you're here, Vaughn. Vaughn is best dad. Travelers, have you driven away the mist? You're dang right we did. So what we heard was true. One look at the shining Sarrow on your arms and I understand how this miracle occurred. I am Drake III, king of this castle. You have my deepest gratitude. Can I ask you something? What is it, young lady? There's some weird hair growing under your nose. What? Oh. Ha ha ha, young lady, this is called a mustache. Whiskers, whiskers. How weird. Oh, actually I'm quite fond of my mustache. Ha ha ha, so be it. Now I wish to hear more about what happened. Young travelers, come over here. I like how he just kind of blew that off. Like, she doesn't know what a mustache is. Alright, so anyways. What an amazing story. So Vaughn was heading to Biran Monastery in search of May's mother. My order to open the water gate must have caused you great hardship. I am sorry for that, but here, take this. It is the water key. Vaughn now has the water key. Vaughn, Noah, wait. I have a favor to ask you. How did he survive? You mean the king? He basically trapped everyone in cages when the mist came, so that they'd all be safe from killing each other. That is a brand new year sub from Lord Leto. Let me see the foam in the chat. Thank you so much, my man. Enjoy the new red badge. It's good to have you around, dude. I know that you both are on separate quests, but I ask you to remember the horrible mist that covers the earth, and that those like you, chosen by the Ra Seru, have a holy mission. I have not the authority to command you. You have saved Rimelm and Drake Castle from the mist, but the suffering will not truly end until the whole world is free of the mist. Mr. Drake, what does suffer mean? Are you talking about dinner? No, ha ha ha, that's supper. Supper means to be very sad. Suffering is when sad things happen. No! I don't want any more sad things to happen. I hate suffering. Vaughn, that means you have to destroy the mist. That will stop the suffering. Yes, I agree with Noah. Ha ha ha. I will detain you no further. Please, continue on your journey. I will pray hard for a safe trip. Good luck. Is this Lloyd's mother? The reason she doesn't know words is because she lived her entire life on that mountain. I guess that's not, like, readily apparent. It sounds like she's just stupid. It's because she lived her entire life on that mountain, because the wolf raised her. So she doesn't know, like, very many words. I believe there's some chests for us to get now that everything's opened up. I have to remember where they all are, though. You got McDolans without me? Lame. Vaughn, can I ask you something? Did you read this diary while I was in the mist? No. Oh, good. I would have been too embarrassed to live if anyone read what was in there. No, I did not read your diary. Not at all. What are you talking about? That's crazy talk. Well, to be human means to be hungry, right? I think there's a little more to being a human than being hungry, but you do you, guy. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, there was one chest in a cage somewhere. I think I missed it. Human equals hungry. I agree. Let's all go to McDolans together. I'm down. Where was that cage at? Oh, there's one in the dining room? Where? Am I crazy? Did I just walk past it like twice? Oh, right here, yeah. I thought it was a chair. Kind of blended in. Yeah, now's the perfect time for all of us to get together at a McDonald's. What could possibly go wrong? Let's just all go. Wasn't the cage over here somewhere? No? Oh, in here. Aha! 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 Now I remember, maybe not. In here? Alright, I'm lost. I don't remember where these cages were. Unless they're just gone now. Wasn't this way, right? Whatever. I think those chests I got in the front were in the cages, and the cages are just gone now. That's why I was confused. Vaughn, so many people. Vaughn, look at all the people. Look at all those, like, 8 people. They all look so happy. Now I feel kind of happy, too. I want to talk to them. I want to talk about happy things. Vaughn, do you think they'll want to talk to me? Yeah, you're right. I know they would. I'll see you later. I'm going. 10 people. That's 10 more people than she's seen in, like, her whole life. Okay, I want the items. Don't just tell me to come on over. Give me the items. Vaughn, look at this. This is so cool. Young lady, that's a fighting robe. It doesn't just look good, it'll protect those pretty arms of yours. Wow, who calls your arms pretty? That's weird. This guy's weird. Gentlemen of the chat, have you ever called a lady's arms pretty before? How'd that go? Was that the ticket? Was that the winning formula? Please do that. Wow, that's great. A fighting robe. How cool. Ha ha ha. What a charming young lady. I'll give you a good price. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. You gotta pay for that. Money, you know. Money. Money? What's that? What's money? Vaughn, tell me what money is. What you need to buy things? What you get for killing monsters? I don't know. Oh. I don't really get it. I guess I'm just a goofy kid. Oh well. Wouldn't that be great if that's all, like, how all kids acted when they don't know something? I guess I'm just a goofy kid. Okay, here, you can have this back. You don't want it? Nope, I still don't know about money, so I don't want it. Oh. I want to go over there. Let's talk to those people. Big Red, thank you for the 17 months, dude. Long time no see. Also loved this game as a kid. So did I. It's good to have you here. Yeah, uh-huh. Vaughn, I'm almost done talking. Hold on a minute. Yeah, uh-huh. Thank you, Mr. Supply Dealer. I won't forget. Okay, now I'm going to give you a test about supplies. Which item restores your HP the most when you use it? What? What does the Door of Light let you do? That's right. Wow, Vaughn, you know everything. Alright then, last question. What is the supply dealer's name? I don't know his name. Watts. Wow, Vaughn, you did... How did you know that? You're so incredible. Too bad, Vaughn. You were really close. Here, you can have this. God dang it, I got one wrong. I blew it. Hey, 5 healing shrooms is nice, though. Yeah! Oh. I want to go over there. Let's talk to those people. Whose arms are the prettiest? Hey, Vaughn, they said this is called an inn. What's an inn for? A place where you sleep? Oh, that's boring. Well, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Vaughn. I had fun talking to everyone. I'm done. Now let's go someplace you want to go, Vaughn. Well, I want to sleep at the inn. That's for dang sure. I got nothing. 100 G's? Holy cow. That's like real life. That's like the real life cost of an inn. Yeah, I definitely need to shop. I need some stuff. Ooh. Target chain increases rate of successful hits. Defender chain increases rate of successful blocks. Cure amulet, nullify all venom attacks. That's a weird name for a anti-poison amulet. Cure amulet. Healing leaf, antidote, medicine, door of light. I should probably buy some antidotes. They're super cheap too, so. I kind of want to buy a defender chain, but I want to see what weapons there are. Nail glove. Warrior seal. Warrior boots. Guardian clip. Fighting robe. Electric shoes. Well, I could buy... These are really cheap. I don't care what she wants. They're expensive. You can't always get what you want, Noah. Things are expensive. Also, you get 3 accessory slots, which is really dope. Listen, I'm a father. I know I have the ultimate experience in no, that's too expensive. I have the best practice, okay? Real life experience. No, that's too expensive. No, that's too expensive. Alright, this is a good place to stop for the Let's Play today. We're about to go to the water gate and go to the next section of the game, so it's perfect. So I really hope you enjoyed this introduction into Legend of Legaia. We will be doing this as our new Friday series every single week, every Friday. 8:30 a.m. Eastern until about 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And then the episodes will come out every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, as always. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can expect the episodes about 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Actually, exactly 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if you want to watch on Twitch, it'll be every Friday, 8:30 a.m. So that's how the Friday series works. I hope you enjoyed this introduction into one of my favorite games. And I am so excited to continue it. There's so much more to show, so much more to see in this game. I hope you enjoy the story and the music and everything that goes along with this game. It truly is a classic. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching these episodes, and we'll see you next time in the next episodes for more Legend of Legaia Let's Play. Peace out.